Well, thanks for coming into my shop today. Today I've got a completely blind tasting, as it were. This is the Andros. This was given to me, or more so left to me, by my brother. You can see it's kind of got those two Greek warrior Spartan type guys going on there. Looks like they're fighting it out, and he just kind of left this here in my humidor and said, "Hey, just smoke it." So I'm kind of doing a total blind tasting, as it were. Just looking at the construction, it looks like it's pretty commonly rolled. There's two pretty rowdy veins. It's not a perfectly smooth roll by any means. I noticed that the cap has a few creases in it, like they just kind of did the lick and stick thing on there. So I'm gonna guess and say this is probably a $2-3 cigar. Just by the fashion in which it's rolled. The same type of roll is something that you usually find on like Trader Jack's or factory throwouts. Not quite to that level of machine roll, but definitely a roll and a quality, aesthetically looking at it. It would be something that was more cheap. So I've already got the hole cut in this thing. That draw is pretty tight, pretty tight. Got a couple pieces of the tobacco in my mouth. It almost has like this soapiness to it. The taste on the lips is kind of tannic. It has kind of a dirty, earthy smell here on the wrapper. Yeah, definitely earthy. Not a bad smell, but it just definitely comes off as like almost like that kind of a fresh dirt, kind of a vegetation smell to it. Yeah. On the cold draw, nothing jumps out at me right away. It's just kind of bland. There's not really a whole lot to it. So I'm gonna light this up. Man, that draw is tight. Well, I thought I had a decent light on it, but it looks like I've already got a run starting right here. You can see that right there. And I didn't burn it too much on one side, but well, like I said, I know nothing about this cigar, so we'll see how it goes. That tannicness is definitely there in the wrapper too. It's got a little bit of sweetness to it. I'm thinking a little bit of that earthiness is really coming through right now. Nothing real strong, nothing real powerful. It does kind of have that soapy taste and kind of smell to it as well. Yeah, just kind of some kind of mellow, nothing real pronounced as far as flavors go. So I'm gonna get here into the first third and be right back. I'm not even having to do anything. So I'm through the first third of this here Andros. I'm thinking it might be Andros because it's got that Greek mythology going on. It looks like it's got Medusa on it. It's got this lion slash goat slash snake tail thing and a couple warriors fighting it. So I'm thinking maybe it's Andros, but I'm going to continue to say Andros just because I like it better. Anyway, you can see right here this burn has gotten it's got a pretty good size overhang going on there. The ash is actually hanging on pretty well. It's actually hanging on longer than I expected it to. It's a little crooked, but I mean it doesn't seem like it's going anywhere anytime soon. It's about it's a good solid inch right now. As far as flavors go, it's just real light. There's real light wood tones coming through now. That soapiness that I was telling you about is gone. That tannicness is gone. But not anything else that's real distinguishable. I'd say there is some coffee maybe happening that might be stretching it a little bit, It does still have a little bit of that vegetation in there, but mostly just wood tones. So I'm going to get here into the second third and be right back. So I'm through the second third of this great Andros here, and all through the second third, those wood tones have maintained. It's a little bit darker wood tones, maybe something like an oak or a little bit of a dark cedariness, and that's about it that's come through. The draw is still pretty tight. It's softened up a whole lot here at the top. But that hasn't really changed the draw at all. You can see this burn actually cleaned up nicely, which I was really surprised about. I didn't do any type of touch up to this, so I will say that is definitely a plus for this. It is putting off a real nice aroma of that wood as well. So I'm going to get here into the last third, and I'll be right back. So I am just about getting here done with this Andros here. This last third, those wood tones have turned into just kind of like a charcoaliness. It's burning kind of hot, but admittedly, I'm smoking it. I'm smoking it kind of quick as well. I'm not really taking too many breaks in between puffs. Overall, I'd say this was a good cigar. Unfortunately, that draw has still not tightened up. It didn't feel like a very tight roll to begin with, but the draw is just it's just still tight, even though it's nice and loose here on the end. It's just still real tight. Cool. I would say that those wood tones have just been real prevalent ever since the second third, and not really much else happened. As far as the burn goes, it still stayed burning pretty nice. I was actually really surprised that it ended up being a nice straight burn like it turned into. The ash had also hung on very well. Here in the second third, it got to another 1.5 inches before I finally tapped it off, just in case. So the ash actually hung on nice and long, about 1.5 inches before I tapped it off, just in case. I would say this would be a good just kind of everyday smoke. Like I said, I'm not really sure the price point. I would assume it's somewhere around $2.50, $3. So I am going to end this cigar review. And if you're not there already, brothersfinetobacco.com. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, watch our other videos, and the like. And as always, thank you for watching. And I'm going to stay here and just do like Star Fox and make sure this Andros goes up in smoke.